Hey guys, I'm Naley Gonzalez and welcome back to my channel where I share tips and advice on writing, my own writing process and journey, and my occasional opinion on stuff going on in the writing world, meaning you should subscribe so you don't miss out. As you know, I shared a while back that I was having second thoughts on the title of my debut novel. For years, it was called My Mother's Secret, but so many other products, and I mean books, movies, and TV shows, have come out with the same title. So I finally caved and decided to change it, and that felt almost impossible. I usually have the title set and done before I even start writing, but for the first time ever, I had to come up with a good enough title after I was done writing the story. So today's video is to share with you the best method I've found to come up with a perfect title for your novel, and be sure to stick around until the very end where I reveal my debut novel's new title and another awesome surprise. First is to make a list of all the keywords you feel relate to your novel. This will include noun, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and so on. Make sure they represent the genre, tone, mood, and theme of your book. Take into account key characters, places, events, items, symbols, and other things in your novel you feel are important to the story. If you have a critique partner, beta readers, or a writing group, ask them to take notes on key things that stood out to them as they read. Second, look for inspiration in your genre. Use Google, Amazon, and Goodreads to search your genre and see what titles are used to ensure yours fits and appeals to your target audience. If you're writing young adult, you might notice titles tend to be long. If you're writing erotica, titles might just be one word. You also want to make sure your title isn't too similar to what's already out there, or in my case, exactly the same. Third is to brainstorm at least 10 possible titles for your novel that fit your genre. I know this might sound like a big number, but it's doable. All you have to do is take that list of keywords for your story, you know, the list that you made earlier that has all the adjectives and nouns and adverbs and all that, or the ones that your betas or critique partners provided, and combine them with articles like a, and, the, these, this, that, in, on, and etc. So some examples are noun of noun, like A Game of Thrones, The Chronicles of Narnia, Six of Crows, or you can do noun of noun and noun, like A Court of Thorns and Roses. You can go on for a while with a series of combinations until you come up with the ones that you feel best reflect your story. If none of those title combinations work for you, consider the protagonist's name as part of the title, like Harry Potter or Nancy Drew. You can do descriptions, titles, or roles for the character, like the Maze Runner or Sailor Moon. You can use unique words or objects within the book, such as Mockingjay, major events such as the Hunger Games. You can do a phrase from your book, or rephrase or do a play on words from another book. Fourth, once you have a list of possible title combos, cross out any titles that might be misleading or too vague. This can be anything that ties to a specific genre or just feel too obvious. The word future was one of my keywords, but every title combo sounded more sci-fi than paranormal, so I got rid of it. Another keyword was possession, which felt closer to romance or erotica, so I also asked any titles with it. When you've whittled down your list, you're going on to step number 5, which is what I did with my original title, and head to Google. Search your remaining titles for any books or other media with the same name. If you come across any book, movie, TV show, theater, play, or whatever, scratch that shit off your list. You want readers to find your book every time they search for it online. If you title your book Dragon Ball and they type that into Google, what do you think will show up first? Your book or the popular anime? Kamehameha that title off your list and keep it moving. After doing your online search for each title, this should narrow your list down to 1 or 0. If you end up with no title after the Google step, don't freak out. Head back to your keywords and make more title combinations. Repeat the Google search until there's only one. Then yay, you've got a title. Oh, but what if you're left with multiple titles? Well, you can pick the one you like the most, but if that's a struggle, don't worry. There's something you can do for that too. The 6th step, if you have to get that far, is ask your audience. Throw out a poll on one of your social media sites and let them vote for the winning title. Or share the list with beta readers or your critique partner and ask which title fits best. They are the ones reading it after all. As a side note, when coming up with titles, do consider what method you'll take on if it's the first in a series. Now is actually a good time to get that out of the way. You can do something like Lord of the Rings, where the series has its own name and each book has its own unique title, or like Twilight, how each book has a different title, but the series is based on the first book. You've got series like Percy Jackson and Harry Potter, where the series is the protagonist's name, and each book is their name, with a subtitle of an event or key element in the story. And then there's formulaic, where each title sounds similar or the same. So like the Chronicles of Nick with Infinity, Invincible, Infamous, and so on. Or the Sookie Stackhouse series with Dead Until Dark, Club Dead, or Dead in Dallas. I don't know if I put those in the right order, but you get the gist. See, that's all it takes to come up with a great title for your novel. Keep in mind, if you're just starting out with writing your manuscript, you don't have to worry about this. yet, but it will be wise to make a list to keep track of keywords while you're still writing. This way you'll have a list ready to create title combinations later. Once you've got that list, Google search each one and get rid of any that are the same or too similar to what's already out there. If you're left with more than one, pick your fave or ask a critique partner or beta reader to help out. And that's exactly what I did. When shit got tough, I turned to my beta readers for help. And now I have the perfect title for my story. So look out for my debut novel, Like My Mother Before Me, coming this October. But wait, there's more. Head to my website, NaleyGonzalez.com, to read the first 3 chapters now, for free, if that wasn't obvious. Leave a comment with how you come up with titles for your projects, or your thoughts on my new title. Like this video so I know you found it useful. Subscribe to my channel for more writing tips and advice. Subscribe to my newsletter for updates on my novel, Like My Mother Before Me, and follow me on social media. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time.